We'll see. Oh man. Oh, it does not work the way I wanted it to. How can I set a thumbnail on that? Okay, I can set the thumbnail after I go live. That's crazy. Okay. I gotta delete the other one. Okay. Very cool. Let's just do it. $77. I'll do a little bit of practice beforehand. Welcome to my tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you how to get the Farewell Golden. First, you have to practice. Then you gotta not die. This room. Help, help, help. Okay. So, in this room, what you want to do is just, just do that. And in this room, what you want to do is just do that. I believe that's my PB. Just making it there, so, just beat my PB. Actually try to wave dash. Don't, do a half one and then die. So what you want to do there is just, you can jump later than you think. In this one, you can always save it by inputting a jump thing as you go off the cloud, so you can kind of react to it. this one, you just don't jump off these springs too early, but if you're later, you're gonna have to hold down a lot to make that cycle. This one, you can skip a couple feathers. No big deal. Just don't miss. And don't hit the top spike there. Something you gotta look out for. It's easy to be too good at that room and hit the top on accident. So, intentionally not do that. So there, down right, you have to exaggerate the input because normally you're going to be dashing to the right. If you miss the cycle, you can just leave the room and come back. You can just do a simple jump like that. Okay. At that. So you just do that. This room, you simply have better than a 9 out of 20. You can save this by going back here like this. Pretty easy. I'll just do it twice in a row just to demonstrate how easy it is. Yeah, that was on purpose. I'm not that bad that I would like miss that's such a simple jump up, but you all are. I would never though. So this, oh fuck, I'm just dead. Okay. So that was lucky. Just gotta do something like that. This one, you don't want to go too left here. You have to tap a little bit to the right. But it's a decent setup. It's like, just don't tap like one frame. You can do a little super there. And this one's just don't mess up the feather. And you should be good to go. This room is don't kill yourself by doing an up dash directly into the bottom of one of the ice blocks. Is it just me or do the ice blocks have like little faces? I don't know. Oh, what am I doing? Oh my god, I messed up the cycle. Yeah, that's just showing you what you shouldn't do. What you should do instead is like something like this, where you go underneath, and then yeah. Don't dash directly into the spinner. And this room is not bad at all. If you ever die in this room, like, I don't know. Just consider what you're doing. It's just like that. You know, it's no big deal. If you die in this room, like, if it doesn't say 20 out of 20 on the bottom there, you know, maybe you should, like, I don't know, play Elmo or something. So what you can do is just hold up there, for free. In this room, you can hold down to not get the momentum. That's a backup if you miss the pink dashy thing. I have no idea what that's called. But you can always do that. This room just get it, you know. Just learn. You can let go of the stick to keep going in the same direction that you're going, but slower. That's actual tutorial. This room's easy. Just do it, you know. Just do that. I mean, that's all there is to it. This is a hard room. If you can pass this, you should definitely be going for attempts. Like, you don't even need to practice. So this room, the electricity is gonna kill you. So what you're gonna do is time your dashes so you don't get hit by the electricity. So those rocks are gonna crumble. So those are. So if you memorize the pattern of the rocks crumbling, you'll be able to transition from room to room faster. That's probably the biggest, you know, way people die in this room. So yeah. You can hold up on the jellies to fall slower. And that's super big right there. Yeah, you can also hold right when you're getting hit by the explosion to launch yourself into the electricity if you decide that you want to go to the next run faster. If you're not liking the current run, you can just do that. This one you can miss a wave dash and then just fall to your death slowly, if you really want to. This room you can hit those explosive little fishies for fun. Just wait till you get a cycle. Do it when it's going up. What you're going to want to do is do one of those up dashes to land on top of it, like that. That'll save you a lot of time as the runs progress. So don't try to that fish either. What you want to do is not miss that block. If you miss that block, you're going to fall into the electricity and die. only actual way to do this room. To do these specific sets of dashes. If you learn any other method, you are at risk of failing. Like, that was not even close. And this is another easy room. If you're having trouble in this room, I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's plenty of games out there that you might enjoy better. And this is another easy room. Like, if you don't have a streak of 34 in this room, like, come on. Like, come on. I don't see what the big deal is. Yeah, just don't do that. Like, come on. Just do that. I was just showing you what you shouldn't be doing, because that's important in tutorials. A lot of people do that by accident. I wouldn't, but you know, I need the footage. And this room's just, you know. Just remember to hold down. If you don't hold down, you're gonna die. And the FW actually stands for farewell, because this is gonna be the last room in your golden run. After you beat this room, be sure to press pause and hit skip cutscene. And then just go back to the menu. You are done. You don't really need that little block there. What you can do is just wait for this electricity to be on top, because it's an easier cycle than the other way around. So for the stars, you want to go through the bottom, basically following their path. For the fish, you know, just yeah, just do a little bit of that. You don't need to land there at all, ever. You can if you want to, though. You're gonna be hitting that anyway. That can fall super low. Don't get trolled by it. Yeah, when you have the golden here, you can just exit to the menu after this part. So what you want to do is, you know, grab that. If you don't grab the golden berry, you're not going to be able to get the golden berry. And like, you know, imagine if you do a deathless run and then forget to get the berry. You would probably cry. I wouldn't, but, you know. I'm a hardened man. After watching baseball. Yeah, so what you're going to do is hit restart chapter there so you don't get a death on your stats. So this is gonna be run 69. So I'm not really fond of such inappropriate numbers. I'll end this run early. You know, just to be appropriate. I don't want to get far here. I'll show you like what you could do, like if you really wanted to take such an inappropriate run far, but you know, I wouldn't recommend it. Just go into 70 or something. But no, I'll end this one soon enough, guys. I'm not even really trying, but one issue is that you can go on autopilot and accidentally like not throw your run if you really don't like a run. Like, you know, maybe that's a me issue, but maybe like you accidentally start trying instead of like, you know. Okay, I'll end it, you know, soon enough. So SG actually is going to stand for, like, Supergirl. Because Celeste is a Supergirl. PS stands for Pokemon Stadium. It's a common, like, starter stage. At least in Smash Ultimate. Like, you know, sometimes people just forgo the striking process. And, you know, sometimes they do actually strike, and then you don't strike Lilat because, you know, you assume they hate it too, and then they take you there, call your bluff, and then you die on the bottom of the stage because it just sucks. So yeah, that's my tutorial for what to do in that section. In this section, there's actually a little known skip called the key skip. If you do this, you can skip hitting the keys. So yeah, now that the keys are skipped, you know, I haven't really locked that section of the level yet. I'm not really sure how. You know, maybe you need more coins or something. You can go up here though. This is just a cool little room just to show off. There's a little star in the background there. If you like, you can just hit your head on this a couple times. You know, not because you're missing it or anything, but just to have fun a little bit. You know, like, it's Mario. This game is basically Mario. Hitting a block. This room is just... Yeah, I'll end this run soon enough. I'm just, you know, showing what you shouldn't do for such an inappropriate run. Yeah, I'll end it here. Okay. So now that that run's off the table, we can actually get to the real runs. yeah, not really much to say about the start. Just try to keep Celeste alive as long as possible. Or not. Like, you could also just choose to, like, throw this run, because it's not going to be the run. This one's not going to be the run, so, like, you know, why would you even get this far? It's more efficient if you only keep runs that are actually going to make it. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting time. But, like, you know, I'll show you what a like a non-successful run can look like. Just for the tutorial. And I'll be explaining further in detail why you shouldn't be keeping runs like this. Like, I should have already reset. Just because I know it's not going to be the run. There's no harm in resetting. If you know it's not going to be the run. You may as well just cut your losses and get a new run going. And until you know it's actually going to be the run. But like... you know. Maybe just for fun you can play if you really enjoy the game. But if you're going for efficiency, you shouldn't be keeping runs alive that you know are not going to make it. So like, you know, if I were off stream, I would just like, you know, reset by now. This run has no chance, obviously. So, you know, there we go. I'll just reset there. One big strategy that some of the most successful runners use is to not like die in the first 5 minutes of the easiest section of the level, because you know, it only gets harder as the level goes on. So if you're dying a lot in the first 5 minutes, just don't do that. Like right there, like, you know, just to show you what you shouldn't be doing. It's like the easiest part of the level, so keep that in mind. Like, you still have 15 minutes of even harder level. So don't be wasting all your time in the start. That's my tip. Yeah, don't have a streak of -2 there after not missing that for 37 attempts in a row. Like, come on. you can do it 37 times in a row, you shouldn't be missing it twice in a row. But yeah, I was just showing you, like, you know, sometimes you're gonna have a streak of 37, and sometimes you'll, like, you know, you want a negative streak to kind of balance it out. Fight those instincts, like, you know, just keep the streak going. Like, you know, there's nothing wrong with keeping a streak going. Can it add stress? Yes, it can. But it'll save you a lot of time if you just, you know, keep the streak going and don't like miss it twice in a row on purpose. Like, here, I'll get it right this time. For the next part of my tutorial, I want to talk about so Celeste has a couple basic movement options. Some are the wave dashes. So the wave dash is when you dash and jump. Then there's going to be supers. For that you have to dash and then jump. Hypers are a little bit different. You have to dash and then you have to preserve your momentum by jumping. And then there's ultras, which are completely insane. So what basically happens with an ultra is that you have a lot of momentum from dashing, and you can. This game is actually crazy because unlike, you know, flagship games like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, you can preserve momentum by jumping. You know, so this is kind of like the melee of platform fighters. For the next part of my tutorial, I'm gonna, like, not speak until I die. Okay, yeah. I actually really want to talk, so I just, I died in the easiest room possible. You know, just to kind of, like, I'd kind of let go on the stick and just did a neutral dash. Just because, like, you know, I really want to talk. And, you know, talking, you know, keeps you focused on the objective. When your brain is, like, talking, you can focus a lot easier. Because, the brain is actually specially built to multitask like that. Never try to focus on one thing at once. In that sense, I should be adding, like, I don't know, subway surfers to the screen, just so you as the viewer can get more in depth in the tutorial by paying closer attention to both things. Just for fun, I will try not talking and show you, like, the downsides of that. Because, like, you know, if you're not talking, you could, like, fall asleep really easily. So, like, you know. Here's why. Here's why you should be talking. And that's why you should be talking, just because, like, you know, sometimes you just mess up something simple like that. So never sit in silence. Because you just need to be focused at all times. The next step is to, like, have your windows open so the sun gets in your eyes. That'll, like, really annoy you, but, like, it'll really, like, make you focus on the game. It's like, you have to make a conscious effort to see the game if, like, the sun's, like, annoying you like that. So, like, it does keep you off of autopilot, if that's the case. And autopilot is a huge reason for that people die in this level. So actually intentionally, like, annoy yourself. That's probably my biggest tip for, like, finding success in this level, because this level is not going to give you anything. So you have to take what you can get. Any strategy is on the board, except the oil skip, whatever, because they put that in a separate leaderboard. As enticing as it may be, you do not actually have to beat this bird to the top up here. It is just supposed to be like a guide. It's not a race. Most people actually try to race it and then end up dying because it goes pretty fast. If you're good, you can beat it, but you know, we're going for consistency here. We're not trying to beat the bird. And then the sun can actually be on your screen and like block the correct orientation there. So like, you know, just focus harder. The visual impairment is actually a good thing because it makes you like cognizant of what you actually have to do. And then a cloud will pass over as you go into this room because it knows that you need to like focus up. And then, you didn't really like that run anyway, so we're just gonna start over. And then you can eat lunch because you haven't eaten all day. And you're not really like annoyed at this game. It's a fun game. It's you like spending all your time in the start. You don't like getting like deep runs in this game. You like little flubs in rooms you have over 95% accuracy in. Because you gotta like fail a lot for it to be more rewarding when you actually get it. So in some sense of the word, you should intentionally be missing, just because even if you are good enough to get it first try, no one will really be impressed by that. Like, they'll call you a cheater or something. So actually just like, you know how it goes. You can kind of just throw. It's more fun that way. But like deep down, you know that like you could actually get it. You're just trying to like get a feeling of how other people feel, just to try to empathize with them better. Like, you're really stuck in the start for this long. Yeah, right. Come on now. This room is impossible without that spring. Always hit that string. That spring is like, you need that spring to pass that room. Power source is pretty easy. You just gotta... This is called the Jellyvator. It's like jelly and elevator, if that makes sense. Because it actually takes you up. Elevators are known for only going up and not going down. So that's why they call it the Jellyvator, because you actually cannot go down with this method. You will actually stall your momentum and or drop it. So that's why it's the Jellyvator. Here you just want to like, die the exact same way you died the last time. just to really like rub in what you shouldn't be doing there. Because like if you just die once, it's a one-off. You're gonna forget that way to die. If you die there twice in a row the exact same way, you will like mentally make a note of what you shouldn't be doing. So that's my tip. One tip you have, if you hold down on this button while you have a jelly, it actually hits the button without having to dash. That will save you a lot of time in your golden runs. Okay, so maybe you can die at this part like for a third time in a row, but I will die in another way. You know. But if you really want to like stress the importance of that spot, you can either die there or die shortly after. Just to like keep it fresh in the mind. And your future runs will thank you. So don't die in this room. Yeah, you can make it here and then just die again because you like don't want your PB to be on top. Or you can just make it, but you know, I'm not really feeling too happy about this run, so I'll just start a new one soon. I kind of forget what this segment is called. So if that happens to you, you can also look down and see like the little acronym for it if you have that mod enabled, the consistency tracker. And now I remembered. But, you know, sometimes you actually make it past remembered on accident. So, like, in that case, just, you know, you want to start your new run as soon as possible. So, mess up this part. If you're a professional, you can actually go under this before it, like, comes crushing down. But, just because, like, you know, I'll just show the normal strat. If you're good like me, you'd go for that every time, but you know. This room has no consistent setup. Like, you can just lose your wave dash there and just die. So yeah. What really helps is if you like talk during like the parts where you need to focus the most, because like that will really help you out consistency wise. Like doing two things at once, like, you know, you don't really need to focus on the game. What you can do as well is like, you know, just eat lunch. You can also get a notification on your phone that distracts you while you're playing. But, you know, if you're good, you won't die from it. So at this point you should have like 38 or so runs that made it this far, if you're like progressing normally. I'm trying to show like normal progression in this level. You know, I could have beat it by now, but I gotta do it for the tutorial. Because it's not really a tutorial if I'm like getting it first try. Like, to really be a tutorial, you have to like fail a couple times, like, you know, in unimaginable ways, just because like you gotta relate to people who can't get it first try. So like, you know, I'll miss a couple wave dashes, blah blah blah. In that room you can like do an upright dash if you really want to like reset your run right there. And it looks legit, like it looks like you actually messed up. But you know, deep down you're like, you just want to get to the new run. But no one will question you. So in the next room, what you're gonna want to do is like, you know, start talking, like right when you have to make the big jump. I didn't because like, you know, talking is optional in like the most stressful parts, but yeah, so what you want to do is like miss the neutral there and then like, you know, stop because you want to eat lunch. And then yeah, that's probably the biggest step is that like you should like, you know, keep up with it and you know, yeah, right. That's the tutorial. So didn't really beat it this time just because I want lunch, but maybe next time, like in part 2 of the tutorial, I'll go more in depth on the later parts of the level, just to kind of show what happens there, because I know it's not obvious. So yeah, that's about it.